Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to show the last three models that I've done come off the workbench. Three weathered things that I've done. So this is my first foray into working on a Burlington Northern car. The green was quite something to work with. This one is sold, so and he wanted it as is, so I didn't really go further into the weathering. But yeah, you can just see the little bit of weathering that I did do on here. So this is about three coats of airbrushing. I used orange, yellow, light green, and then a little bit of brown as well. And that's just to give that kind of difference in appearance on the green sides here. The other side here, just a little bit of variation in the green tones these things usually get. So I got a couple more BN things I'm going to do. Slowly work my way through this thing. Weathered the bottoms, and I detailed the ends as well. So I ripped off the solid plastic bit there and put on my own little etch metal thing. Changed the couplers and did my own coupler cut bars and my typical stuff. Weathered the ends there. So that's the first one. So that was going to get the whole hog. And then the same guy actually wanted this guy. And I had him pretty much just faded. That's about it. So I worked last night and I got this thing done. So what this one is the same model as the previous one. Only I've taken this one a few steps further with the weathering and the graffiti and I guess that's pretty much it, the weathering and the graffiti. This is another end-of-life cement transporter. It's had the same treatment on the ends, a little bit more really. It's got some kick up in there. Let's see if I can get the light in there to show you. It's hard to get in there. This one has the couplers done and the coupler cut bars. Highlights on this one, used a pencil just to show some bare steel, and that pencil will be on the grabs as well, and the steps leading up and down, and the stirrups as well. So it's a bit shiny. I used my favorite brush, the one that's completely frayed, to do the cement stains, streaking coming down the side. I really like how the safety striping turned out with the black patch before you put the stripe on. Yeah, so this is oils and acrylics. No powders actually, no weathering powders. And this one doesn't have the see-through etched on the top, but I kind of think it looks like it's almost see-through right now. So that was a wash of black acrylic, and then I cleaned off all the grading and left the shadows in the cracks. And then I went over it when I was sponging the sides to get the rust. I ran the sponge sideways against the grain here, and that just left a little bit of rust on top, and none of the rust got into the shadow areas, so it actually really give it some depth and makes it look almost see-through. Yeah, so this is off to Florida. Okay, and he bought a few more as well, so I think he bought 4 off of me, which is quite nice. So my workbench is getting cleared up. So let's another look at that. And the tags are from 2 different prototype cars. So yeah, they're not 95239, but anyway, I'm not too particular about the road numbers. And then finally, I finished my last combo door boxcar. So this guy here was a ton of work, and both sides are equally heavily done. So yeah, where do I start? Couple layers of graffiti. The first one is this pink and red one beneath, and then somebody came and tagged on top of that, and then the railroad came and tagged on top of the graffiti and put their patching back on top of everything. This was one of the Prime for Grime ones, and the rail box was ghosted, so I had to paint all that back in, both sides here. I actually had to, no, actually no, the other side I did that, but some of the unique features that I added to this boxcar, it's actually got some paperwork here. Two little bits of paperwork. This one's frayed and kind of hanging off, and this one's glued on. That's just some 10 thou styrene that is shaved down to nothing and glued in. So it's not paper, it's actually plastic. And then I don't know what this thing is, but it had a little black square and a red square and some text, and this one said 174 with some scribble. I don't know if the scribble is me just using a pencil. It's too small to notice. I did decal that guy, the placard board there. And then interestingly, these guys all seem to have the same thing here, which is a little bit of a bump out with some kind of a, I don't know, it's like a galvanized metal box that they stick on. So I put that on. And then the safety striping as well. And again, Mr. Squid here. I don't know, I keep picking these ones that Squid Guy does, but I do like my squids. So the squid was actually done with, what are they? Micro markers, I guess. And then I went over it with my my paint pen. And I only use paint pens with the brush. I don't actually use the pen unless I'm coloring in a large area. But yeah, weathered the door. Lots of unique features on this side. The ribs were actually repainted again, so a lot of the ribs have been redone. Lots of layers on here. Underneath, there's some what do you call it? Lots of streaking, rust streaking and stuff. Anyway, I really like this tag. It looks kind of cool. And then the streaking obviously ends where they redid the numbering. The ends, put a little time into those as well. So they've got some rust going on there as well. And that's the other end. And I just finished this side last week. And so that's the really colorful end. So this one's fully tagged and ready to go. Again, same thing. I did this tag first, and then I followed up with the little tags on top of it. There's like tags on top of tags on top of tags on this thing, so it was quite a bit of work. I had to repaint in the logo there. Again, painting in all the lettering. Again, this tag was kind of cool. I like the green and the gray. Anyway, this one, the photos I had were from 2010, I believe, and the tag was from 2009. So there wasn't any safety striping on this one just yet, but I assume, you know, being 2023 that there is now. So anyway, that's this boxcar. And there's one extra thing that I did to this one. This one's got some Sargent couplers on both ends. So these guys are really tiny, and I like the action with the magnet wand, how they uncouple. And I liked it so much that I actually bought a pack. And I'll be doing a review of those once I get some of them built. They just arrived in the mail today. So I'm going to be converting all my rolling stock into, I guess it's the innovative or inventive couplers now, not Sargent, but inventive. And they do work with, I've tested them out with 58s, so they work out with KD 58s, the scale couplers. So yeah, that's where I'm going to be going with this. And this is my first one that's got those couplers on it. So I'm going to keep this guy. I like this one. Oh, and there's the roof. I forgot to show you guys the roof. So again, they've got the sealant going on. And that one was just a sponging technique with 3 colors, starting with the lightest first and ending with the darkest. Anyway, that's where that's what I'm up to now. So I guess I think I might take a break from some Railboxes actually and do something different. But yeah, I did actually. This was quite nice to do that one there. I enjoyed doing that one. So we'll see what I come up with next. Have a good evening.